What is up, you guys? Welcome back to Changeling Tale. That's right, I said back. We're back in business with this wonderfully awesome game. I put it off a little bit, not for any particular reason. It's just I've been busy with other stuff. But without further ado, we're going to jump right back into this. I can't believe back to sleep, no matter how many times I roll over. Oh, I can't get back to sleep. Instead, I wake early and scrub my body over and over, trying to scour away the memory of the nightmare. Boar bristles tear away the entire top layer of my skin, and the burning sensation feels like a rebirth. Only after a third rinse of my face do I dare head back inside. I keep pinching my leg to assure my brain that I am awake and not still trapped in dreamland. In the living area, Gran stands at the stove, and I revisit the dream. Malcolm, good morning. Did you sleep well? Oh, no, actually, Gran, I didn't. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Nightmares? Afraid so. Actually, quick recap, if you guys don't really recall, that we had our first transformation scene in the last episode, and my awesome editing skills censored it perfectly. Or next to near perfectly. And I had no strikes about it, so, yeah. That's good. Lord, my curtain is like not wanting to... It keeps creasing right here. I don't know if that's showing up. Anyway, but yeah, that's the recap of the day so far. Is that interesting? Yes, I want to override that. Yes, okay. So yeah, we're going to just roll back into this. Gran sets tea and sugar down on the table, sits across from me, and takes my hands into hers. Malcolm, the worst is over. Don't let your heavy heart weigh you down. If I let that happen, I'd have left this earth right after your granddad. But there's still much to live for. I almost messed that up. Gran, I appreciate hearing that. Even if it is not what you want. Oh, even if it's not what you want, it's what you get. Then you learn to want it. Thank you. What is it? I have a funny question. Go ahead. Probably nothing stranger than I've heard on a Sunday morning in the pews. Pause. Well then, I decided to be blunt. Have you heard any strange rumors about the McLeod family? Anything that would make you stay away? Gran doesn't even blink. No. Really? Listen, my boy, I'll be clear with you. A few people were fussing around when the girl's mother passed away years back. They had heard Owen may have taken living to another woman in town. Wait. Oh. I couldn't tell you who, and perhaps it was not the... Oh. I think I know who it is. And perhaps not the most doting father to those lovely young women, but no doubts have I ever raised her about the kindness of that family. Relief washes over me, cleansing my... cleansing me stronger than any soap or bristles could. Gran's assurance has that power. That makes me happy to hear. Why in the world would you ask me like that? Oh, ask me that. Just idle chatter, Gran. You know those rumor mills. They never stop churning. Ain't that the fucking truth? I eat quickly, barely chewing my eggs. I bid my grandmother a good day and get to work. Atop the barn's roof, the air, sun, and bracing wind cleanse my spirits. Horse? Mabel? Okay, just a transition. That's really pretty. I love it. The sun winds through the sky. Winds through the sky, and as I diligently patch the holes one by one, I lose myself to the blessed haze of a simple manual labor. By noon, I have to remind myself to take a break. I don't want to repeat yesterday's marathon, triggering another night of frightful sleep. Stepping cautiously down from the roof, I take one ladder rung at a time. Then I address my options for the afternoon. fully aware that every decision I make in my life is now completely up to me. Do I make decisions? What's going on? What? What? Is that the end of this version? What? Did I make a mistake somewhere? Wow, I thought there was at least another hour's worth. Okay, well, shit. That was different. That wasn't even anything like the demo. That was just chapter 1, right? Chapter 2 was the demo. So why is chapter 1 this one? That's weird. I mean, I'm not going to end it here, you guys. I'm going to go back and I might skip some of this and go back to making some different decisions maybe and see if that doesn't change something. Because I want to explore as much as this is possible because this is a very awesome game. This game is so pretty. It is made so well for being a visual novel type of game and a transformation game from a human to an anthro. And I can never get enough of it because no animals were hurt during the making of this game. Well, I'd kind of hope so since there are no animals really in the game. Thanks for playing. Okay? Jesus. So that was it of this version, apparently. Again, I'm not going to end the episode yet because this is only like 8 minutes long. Malcolm will return. Yeah, I'm aware of that. I mean, that's really good for the version I got, but the only transformation was of the dude? Why? I mean, did I boo-boo? Okay, we're going to look at the memories real quick. Scene gallery. Yeah, there's a lot of different decisions, apparently. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, there's more scenes I haven't seen yet. I mean, I've somehow seen all the backgrounds. Alright, so we got Campbell Farm. 4 the Stag and Nanny. Yeah, I'm 74% complete, so... Oh, there's chapter 2 right there. Wait, that's chapter 4? No, it's chapter 1. Sister goes from the past. I don't know why that has a 4 on it when it says chapter 2. I'm going to go back through some of this. I'm going to click through a lot of it and see if there's any different choices you can make, because I think that's what that is. I think, you know, it's decision, because I think you could do something different if you make a different choice when you come to, like, instead of, I don't know, I'll see you guys when I get to that point. I'm not going to go over all of it from the beginning because I think it's all going to be the same stuff up until a certain point. So I'll see you guys when I get to the point I'm thinking of. Alright, we're going to go ahead and start chapter 2, The Chickens Are Restless. Again, it doesn't really, like I said, I don't know if I just did something wrong here, because it said rebirth, ghost from the past. It seems like that's all from that one. I want to cover it, but at the same time, I want to see if any of this is different, because it looks like there's more. But actually, I got 2 episodes out of the demo, and actually that'd be great, because the first episode in the demo got cut. So we're going to go ahead and start the chapter 2, Freedom with a Price. This is the one I love the most. I love this chapter. I lay in her bed with my eyes closed. Her bare arm lays across my chest, and I can smell her perfume. Jessie, what a girl. What a woman. I don't want to think about how much I enjoy her company, because if I start thinking like that, I may have to admit that I'm already in too deep. She's beautiful. She's bold and brave. She's certainly good in bed. I'm so tired, spent. How much did we drink? See, I think I could have transitioned this from chapter 1 to this one, but for some reason I must have messed something up. Which is possible. I'm good at messing shit up. Some sounds coming from outside jar me out of my sleep. Groggy, I open my eyes and turn to the window. It's still dark out, but the moonlight dimly illuminates the landscape. Nothing is out there. Well, whatever it was interrupted the best dream I've had in months. Not that any dream compares to the dream laying beside me. Memories of the evening before flood back and I smile. I wonder, was this a one-night stand or something more? Does it really matter? I'm too tired and too sober to think about it. I cling to the faded vision of a dancing girl in a tiny dress as I will myself back to sleep. Damn it! Something has the hens spooked. I know it's probably nothing, but these girls can't afford to lose food. As I reluctantly roll myself out of bed, I lean over to my companion. She isn't there. I glance and I see her red silk dress still puddled on the floor. Huh? Puzzled, I get dressed and step quietly out of the bedroom. Expecting to find her elsewhere in the house, I find the main room empty. Jessie? No one responds to my whisper. Oh, Jessie? I think I made that same mistake in the first one. I don't dare call out any louder. I can't risk her sisters finding me here. Maybe she heard the noises too, and she's already checking the hen house. I step outside and steel myself against the brisk nighttime breeze. Shifting shadows dance about the grass. The hen house is a silhouette in the moonlight. As I get closer, I hear more rustling. The hens have gone quiet. Jessie, is that you? Oh, that's still so cool. Crivens! It's the biggest dog I'd ever seen. The fell wolves from fairy tales my grand spun come to mind. Whatever it is, it doesn't look happy. Its narrow, glowing eyes pierce the darkness. Now I'm even more worried about Jessie, not to mention myself. For the first time since the war, I miss the weight of an Einfield slung over my shoulders. Het! Stay back there, you mangy monster! Oh, it's so cool. Bye. It turns nimble at first, then stumbles almost awkwardly as if learning how to run for the first time. Then as quickly as it came, it was gone. Only now do I notice my heart is pounding. My mind races as fast as a bullet to the brain. Jessie, where on earth could she be? If anything happens to her. Jessie, are you out there? Are you out here? I look around, keeping a weary eye should the beast return. There's no trace of her. Crestfallen, I return to the house, hoping I'd find ourselves back in the bed. The whole thing is a bad dream. In lieu of finding Jessie, I find a bottle of single malt scotch. As the night draws on, the liquid draws down. I can't fall asleep now. I'm worried, and the whiskey helps me think. At least, that's what I tell myself. Would she have snuck out of the house with her sisters and me still asleep inside? Did she make good on her promise and take off for the city in the middle of the night? She may have a devil-may-care attitude, but it doesn't feel right. My mind wanders back to the beast, and I fear for her safety. I look out of the window. The wind has settled, and the landscape is still and peaceful again. There's a dim light on the horizon. Dawn is approaching. I shake my head. That's my cue. It probably won't be long before the girls wake up. I wash out the glass I'd been nursing and carefully place it in the bottle back where I'd found them. With one last survey of the empty house, I sneak out the back door. Nailed it. I walk for what feels like an hour, but never return home. It's sunrise as I draw close to the pub. I tell myself, maybe she's there. Maybe I'll find her serving eggs and bacon and flirting with the overnight guests. But really, I want another drink. I know they won't be serving anything strong for hours, but I'll do anything to drown these nagging fears. Reality hits me harder the more I walk. This girl, we danced, made love. Her personality is like a shining beacon at the end of the dark and ugly tunnel. Now, either she's missing or has left me alone and confused. Either answer leaves me sickened. I just want to find Jessie. Gotta find her. We just gotta find her, guys. We already know where she is because we saw the demo. As my eyes adjust to the dim light inside, I see a few old men, locals enjoying their morning tea. Steam wafts from their mugs as they nod and gesture. Aye, I saw it too. Of course, it was a wolf. A wolf, my arse. I haven't seen no wolves about here since the days of the bonny Prince Charlie. Well, whatever it was, it's big and spooky and spooking my flock. I'd have shot it if I had been seen much closer. Ah, with my eyesight, I've needed broad daylight. Haha, too true, lad. For some reason, they both sound similar. Maybe they're twins, I don't fucking know. I just hope it doesn't set loose the herd of anyone we know. Aye, first we don't have to send our lambs all the way to Tommy Atkins. And we have a bloody poaching beast on the loose. What lives in the heart of a wolf in the dark and bitter seed? Osh, it's not a wolf. As the two banter on about the beast, I realize that it might not be the best place to allow my worries after all. The drink can wait. But I run a hand through my hair and approach them. Say, have you guys seen Jessie? Cleo? Blah, blah, blah. She said she'd swing by my house last night, but she never showed. It's a long shot, I know, but I can't shake the thought of Jessie alone or missing somewhere. The two look a bit taken aback by the disheveled man standing in front of them, but they recovered quickly enough. Nope, not I. Why, did you have an evening fling planned? The two laugh, but I don't join in. I just would like to know where she is. My gran has been asking her after her, hasn't seen her in quite a long stretch. That's all, I've been worried more than anything. Well, sure. We can let you know if she see her around. We can let her know you're calling after her. And your heart is broken that she stood you up. More laughter churns my stomach, even though I know they mean no harm. I keep the pain inside, thanking them. I turn around and start toward the door. Ahoy, Malcolm! I wish the owner hadn't spotted me. I'm still unclean from last night and smell like whiskey. You look a mess, Mr. Campbell. Can I get you a tea? Coffee? Coffee. Can't really turn him down as much as I'd love to fall in a drunk heap at his feet. I know coffee's the best thing for me right now. Coffee, thank you. Just what I needed right now. Oh, I'll get you some brew, fresh off the stove. I make a vain attempt to look presentable and take a seat. He comes out with a kettle and I love those sounds. Pours me a mug full of steaming liquid. I blow on it briefly, trying not to look him in the eye. I sense that he knows I shouldn't be out at this time of day, looking like I just left the pub, smelling like it too. Well, how about you? Did you hear about the wolf last night? Yeah, I did. I nod. Saw it too. Fearsome thing. Wish I had my rifle. A fine thank you, but His Majesty's armory will be holding on to that when you come home. It's the same in my time. He leans in closer. But a man needs a gun on the farm. If it's not a wee beasties after your lambs, it's a shifty-eyed bastards come toward lighting your stocks. These have been hard times. Our village is hurting, my boy. Not enough to go around. I've heard. I'll be careful. Ha! Mr. Campbell, It's not you I'm worried about. We fight overseas for king and country. But who does that leave to keep the peace at home? The old publican puffs his chest out with pride. Mind, I've still got some pluck in me. But the rest of this lot, too old for this sort of thing. What sort of thing? Malcolm, my boy, the beastie needs ridden. Pardon me. As I sip my coffee, I frown and then remembered how I'd stumbled. Fierce it may have been, but something seemed off. You can't get into any livestock. It'll be the end of someone's livelihood. You can bet on it. He's right. Agnes, the McLeods, they're getting by, but only just. I nod and Ball gives me a hearty slap on the back. Oh, dude, seriously. There you go, lad. Coffee's on the house. When you're done, head home, get yourself cleaned up. We've got work to do tonight. I sigh, finding myself enlisted again. A soldier's duty is never done. You think we'll be back? Sure. It's clockwork, my boy. He turns to the group at the bar and bellows. But after tonight, you can rest easy, because you'll not be seeing no scurry monsters again. The locals laugh and wave him off, and Bulgaire chuckles. A fine thank you indeed. He turns to leave, but the voice in the back stops him. And what's all this about a monster I'm hearing? The laughter dies out, and Lana walks into the room, carrying an air of royalty about her, which is why I gave her that voice again. Hi. I groan quietly. She's the last person I want to see. The others are caught off guard, too. The old men have gone quiet, as if one of their wives just walked into their social gathering. Lana reassures everyone with a kindly smile, but when she looks at me, a look of pity flashes across her face. Bulgaire breaks the silence. Nothing you need to fret about, marm. I assure you, I fret about very little. You see, Agnes here... Angus here was just regaling us the tales from his farm. I swear on my mum's grave it was a wolf. It was a wolf. She turns to face the old man. He shrinks a little bit, but is eager to tell his story. All right, bacon too. Stalking my herd. I saw it with mine own two eyes. Mine own two eyes. Lana tuts and shakes her head. A wolf. Dearie, there haven't been a wolf about since the days of Bonnie King Charlie. See? What'd I tell you? Bulgaire once again steps in. So what can I do for you today? Tea? Breakfast, maybe? My voice keeps changing, just like everyone else's in this series. Oh, thank you, dear, but I'm passing through. Just wanted to hear what all the hubbub was about, and... She levels her gaze on me. As it happens, this is just the man I need to talk to. Ugh. My stomach sinks. I down the last of my coffee and stand up. I'm sorry, I was just about to leave, so I really need to get going. Of course, I won't hold you up. Let's walk together. I give a pleading look to Bulgaire, who smiles conspiratorially and leaves me to my fate. See you tonight, my boy. I nod and sigh. Lana and I step outside. We're well out of the other's earshot when the next we speak. You're looking for her. I don't want to talk to you. Malcolm, please. You won't find her. I stop in my tracks. You don't know where she is. You're a mad bat. Stay away from me. Stay away from any of us. You need to listen to me, Malcolm. This is what I warned you about. She's pleading now. I turn away. If you shoot that wolf, you'll be killing someone who you care about very deeply. My heart stops, the blood drains from my head, and I feel faint. Maybe it was my worst fear, or the thing I was trying to avoid the most right now. Was Lana always right? Is she telling me the truth? What on earth does she know that I don't? You're out of your mind. That may be true. But you love this... But your love is the wolf, Malcolm. Of this I have no doubt. Every fiber of my being wants to not believe her. How? How can that be? I see. I finally have your attention. You've been speaking in riddles. I need the truth. Real, honest answers. I told you to stay away. I warned you. And you never heeded my advice. You never told me why. You should have trusted me. Exasperated, I throw my hands up in the air. Just speak to me, clearly. Lana hesitates, but only for a moment. Those girls are not like you. Jessie has become the wolf. She has embraced her new form, her new body. A werewolf? Call it what you will. Madness. Deeper down the rabbit hole I go. Why last night of all nights? So you believe me now? Perhaps. I've always felt that she was different than me, maybe better, stronger, less fearful of her surroundings. More open to adventure. Braver, that's all. I resigned myself to the possibility that there is some shred of truth, no matter how outlandish, to what Lana is saying. How long has this been happening? Her changing? How do you know about it? Part of Jessie's soul resides amongst the animals. Your hearts met in human form, but half of her heart is lupine. Last night the full moon made her even more brave, more aggressive, more dangerous. More wanton, more sexual. My eyes close as memories of last night come flooding back. Like, what should I do? How can I get her back? Jessie is living out her free will. She will make her way back, perhaps to you, perhaps not. Can you bring her back? Me? No. But she can be lured and trapped. Is that how you want to woo your beloved? Stop being cavalier, Lana. I want to help her. Who decided she needs help? You? As the light goes out on my channel and I go blind, I have to re-hit the stupid button. Who decided she needs help? You? Jessie needs to be free to decide her own actions. I don't want to change her, I just want to know she is safe. She pauses thoughtfully. That was exactly the answer I was hoping for, Malcolm. For as long as I had known her, beneath that placid exterior, Lana had always seemed distant, troubled. But now, after all these years, something seemed to soften her. I can see it in her eyes. So you'll help me? You will help me. So it's back to these games. What must I do? Bring the silk dress she wore last night. It's the only way to change her back. Her dress? This tail keeps getting taller and taller. It's still at her house. How exactly am I supposed to get it? You were shrewd enough to get it off of her last night. I'm sure you'll find a way. Cheeky. Fine. And where do I bring it? When the time is right, you will know. Before I can protest her latest riddle, she departs from the road and begins to walk into the moor. Oh, and Malcolm, don't let her sisters know of what I've told you. I laugh mirthlessly, as if they'd believe me if I did, or if I did, blah blah blah, blah 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 blah. I find myself back at the Migliola farm, no longer searching for Jessie, but simply her silken dress. The absurdity of it all has, well, truly sunk in. But Lana is the only lead I have now, a mad quest for a mad lady. I tell myself it will make for a good story once I catch back with Jessie. She's probably sitting on the train now, maybe already in Glasgow. But surely she'd want her red dress where she's going. I make my way to the front door and stop myself from knocking. Like, oh wait, I don't want to knock. I can't very well tell the girls what I'm after. I need to be quiet about it. I slide around the edge of the house. Through a window, I see Marion in the kitchen counter, drying the breakfast dishes. Grace is nowhere in sight. Watching for a few minutes, then it seemed like an eternity. I finally see Marion brush off her hands and head out of the house. She walks carrying 2 milk pails off to the pasture. My patience and motivation for the errand is wearing thin now. Is a good chance as I'll get. There's just enough space to squeeze through Jessie's lingering scent. Lavender musk and spicy honey wafts through the window, sweet and strong. I start to wriggle through the open window, cursing myself for getting myself into this sticky situation. About halfway in, and the sill begins to slip. I feel it bear down on my waist, and I try to twist my way inside to no avail. Great. Here I will be found, wedged in a window, like some vagabond, or rather like a clumsy fool I've become. My legs are plumb to the sky as I summon all my upper body strength for one more pull, and the sill relinquishes its grip, and I tumble to a heap on Jessie's floor. Miraculously, no one seems to have heard or seen the commotion, thank God. I get up and collect myself. There it is. There's the dress, puddled on the floor like a blood stain, just where it fell last night. A night that now seems like ages ago. Grabbing it, I carefully slip out the way I came in, as my nose continuously runs down my face as I read. A clean getaway, that wasn't so bad, but now what do I do with this dress? Silken folds drip between my fingers. It's light as air and feels cool to the touch. I chuckle to myself, maybe the wolf will catch the scent and come back. Then I'll kiss it on the nose and she'll turn back into my beautiful princess, just like one of Gran's fairy tales. My levity quickly fades. This was no fairy tale. Gran must be wondering where I am. I begin to make my way across the field towards home. Malcolm, is that you? Busted! Grace, so it's just, if you need to get Jessie some clean clothes, they ought to be a bit more practical. She pulls the wool sweater and skirt out from behind her back. I mean, it's a lovely dress, but maybe a bit much for daytime, eh? My blush extends from ear to ear. Thank you, Grace. I appreciate it. Jessie will too. Malcolm, she's a grand lass. Be good with her. I assure you I will. And send her home for supper. We miss her when she disappears for the night. That I can do. Guess the cat's out of the bag now. I only hope I can make good on that promise. I walk home relieved, red-faced, and with arms full of Jessie's wardrobe. And that seems like a pretty good place to actually leave this episode because, well, okay. Yeah, that looks like a good place to end this episode because I'm only going to try and do these for about 45 minutes to an hour apiece. I think there's still like maybe an hour and 15 minutes left. The next episode might be the final episode because I think that'll finish out this demo, this version. Little Napoleon, from what I saw online, that he's still making this game. The version's like up to like 1.24 or 1.25. I don't know. Don't quote me on that from this episode. But if I can figure out a way to get it, I will, and I'll bring that up to you guys and show you the new stuff in that. But if I can't find it, then the next episode might very well be the last episode, unless there is different choices you can make. And I might cover some of those choices. I don't know. I haven't decided. But this is going to be the end of this episode. I hope you guys are enjoying this episode. I know you guys are, because this series has had the most views out of everything that I'm watching. And for that, you guys, I truly am grateful. I love that you guys are enjoying this, because this is a game I really feel great with, because it's about transformation from a human to a furry, basically, an anthropomorphic being. And that's just a fantastic, it's awesome. Whether being adult or non-adult, that's just a great thing. That's just a great deal. So, all that being said, thank you all so much for watching. If you like this video, hit that thumbs up button. It always helps me out. And it also lets me know that you guys are enjoying this. All else fails, you guys are not done with me yet. I will see y'all in the next video. And, peace.